Hey, good morning folks. John with A&J Outdoors here, and today I'm going to introduce you to the boat. It's a 2009 Mako 1801 that we bought new in 2010. 2009 was the last model year of this boat too, so there's not a 2010 or beyond Mako 1801. Center console bay boat. Watched any of my fishing videos other than the shoreline ones you've seen us in this boat. So I'm starting a series of videos on upgrades and basic maintenance on the boat. There's going to be a playlist somewhere over my shoulder over there or over there, wherever it pops up, that you can check out. That'll have all those videos in it. So I'm going to introduce you right now to the boat and what I plan to do over the next few months, okay? And those videos will be posting up, so let's go take a look at her. We're going to start up here at the front. All right, so we got the trolling motor. It's a Motor Guide XI5, right? So it has a handheld remote control, so I can stop, lock. I mean, this thing has really changed the way I fish, but it's also big, bulky, and could be stolen. So I bought a mount that I've got to remove the trolling motor and then mount the mount on the boat, and then the trolling motor has it's a quick disconnect for a trolling motor. So I put the trolling motor on it, one little pin, and it's set. And it also has a place where you can put a lock on it in case you're worried about someone, because that does make it easier to still it if it's a quick disconnect, right? So there's a spot to put a lock on it, but for me to put my cover on and all that, it's much better without the trolling motor on there in the way. So that's why I'm adding that. And you saw me already, there's a video where I replaced this, right? And I'm going to be replacing the back one too. So that's one job we got to do. We got to put that trolling motor quick disconnect on that. Okay? Alright, now one of the easiest ones I'm going to do is each of my hatches had a seal around it to keep water from running in it. This is the seal now, but it's missing a part. There was a rounded foam piece, some kind of seal that went around on these that it latched down on. Well, that eventually rotted off, so I'm left with this that doesn't seal anything. I bought some off of Amazon, and as I go along doing these videos, I'll post links down below in each video what I used and how you can get it. But I went on Amazon and I ordered 25 foot of this so I can redo all my hatches, because all of them it had rotted off. It's a 10-year-old boat, so things like that are going to happen. The next big one is I've got dual batteries under the center console for the 24-volt trolling motor you just saw, but I have a single battery for the rest of the boat. I don't like that. I want a dual battery system. I want a battery that's sole job is to start the boat, and I want a house battery to run all the electronics. Okay, sometimes when I'm out there using the trolling motor, which doesn't affect that battery, but with my electronics on, motor off, and lights and live well running, that kind of stuff, I'll go to start the motor, it'll start fine, but the graph will shut off, like reboot, and that's because it's low voltage. So this will solve that. And there's a guy out there, Blues Guitar Guy Fishing Adventures, or Blues Guitar Guy, just look him up. I'll probably put a link down below, and he did a video on this kit he bought that did exactly what I want to do, separate the two batteries. So I bought the kit. I still got to get a second battery, and then I'm going to rewire the whole thing. That's going to be a big job for me, because I'm not a wiring guru. Okay, so this is the compartment that the battery's in now. I'll show you what it looks like. It's a mess, so forgive me. Hopefully you can see that in there. Alright, so to do the dual battery, not only do I got to pull the battery out, but I'm pulling that battery tray out so that I got a dual battery tray to put two batteries in. The only thing I'm short on right now to start that project is the second battery and the cables and wires. Okay, once I get that, then I'll be able to wire it up, and that'll be a future video for you. Alright, so we're up inside the boat now. Let's take a look at the center console. One of the things that I don't particularly care for on this model is this is my only access to the center console unless I pull off this panel. There's no other way to get in there. And if you look in there, I got stuff in there. It's a mess. I got dual batteries in there, cables, and the wiring in there is a nightmare. For example, right now my down inside imaging isn't working, and the graph is saying it's not available. So that means somewhere the wiring is a foul, but there's a ton of wires in there. Don't know what goes to what or anything. So that's going to be another big task for me. I'm going to rewire the center console, but I'm not going to try to do it. If you look, this is the only space I have to get in there, so I got to lay down right here with this, right, and try to reach up in there and do stuff. I'm getting a little too old for that kind of stuff, so here's what we're going to do. Sorry about the clanking. Let's see if you guys can see what I'm looking at here. All right, so this is the front of the center console, right? Here's my live well. Okay, and then this is just a space here. That's the horn. So what I did is I bought a hatch, and I'm gonna take this off, right? I'm gonna take this guy off, and I'm gonna cut the opening there for the hatch. So I'll have a hatch there. That's going to give me better access to the center console. So when I go to do the wiring and all that, I'm going to have a hatch here to work through. I'm going to have the hatch that you saw in the back, or on the front, whichever you call that, backside. And then I can also pull that gauge panel off. So with those 3 access points, I should be able to get in there and rewire everything. I haven't decided yet if I'm replacing the fuse box, because it is a open fuse panels, nothing protecting it. A lot of the wiring doesn't have good shrink wrapped fittings to attach to the fuses, so that's the kind of stuff I'm going to replace. I bought all kinds of wire looms or straps to hold everything together. I got ones that will stick on the side that you can lock them in so they're up onto the sides of the center console, so they're not hanging down in the middle, because I have a feeling that taking stuff in and out of there is what's hitting these certain wires and knocking them loose. So that's going to be a big task of mine. All right, so another upgrade I did that's going to be in that playlist that's posted over here or over here, wherever it posts, is the hydraulic steering. That was one of my biggest upgrades, and that was one of the ones where the way the system's set up, just a minute. So the way the steering was set up, it was dual rods, right, with cable steer, dual cable steer. And so one of them was sealed and had grease fittings. The other one wasn't sealed at all and would corrode and lock the steering up. And it happened one time. It took me about a week to finally break it loose with a monkey wrench and a whole lot of swearing and different products. And then the second time I could not break it loose, and that's when I said, that's it, I got to do something better. And then a friend of mine, Robert Aguilera, shout out to Robert, he's the one that recommended this hydraulic steering system. And it was intimidating to cut stuff out of here and run all these cables and hoses and all that, but the end result is it's awesome. You know, I can steer with one finger now. I have no issues at all with it so far. So, and again, that was a video I did already, so you guys can check that out in the playlist as well. So that's the Mako 1801. Been a very good boat. Like I said, I've had her for 9 years now. Bought her new in 2010. And so you just saw the little list of things I'm going to do to it, upgrades. But I'm also, anytime I got to do maintenance or repairs, I'm going to include that too, especially maintenance and repairs, because that's where you as the boat owner can save a lot of money if you can do some of these things yourself. And I've got a few of those do-it-yourselfs already posted in that playlist. So again, check out the playlist, and if you subscribe, right, then you'll be able to hit the notification bell, so when I do upload these new videos, you'll get a notification letting you know they're there, so you can check them out. I also appreciate if you give me that thumbs up, right? That helps the channel out a lot. If you want to support us in any other way, there's options down there, from our Patreons to PayPal. Our other social media links are down below, so you guys can check that out if you want to keep up with us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Alright, so that's going to do it for this video, and look forward to seeing some of the other ones coming out in the not too distant future. Alright folks, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Peace out.